Welcome everyone, welcome to my universe. This is the beginning of interviews to take place on my channel, as I mentioned before in my previous video. That being said, I am very pleased to introduce our very first musician, and that is Paolo Valerga. Maybe I need to try that one more time. Paolo Valerga. Okay, maybe not. I had spoken to Paolo some weeks ago, and it was a wonderful conversation. I also had the privilege to share the interview at the local radio station, which I am very glad we had that opportunity. This was a limited version, only to be presented for Spanish-speaking audience. In case you missed the dubbed Spanish podcast, I'm leaving you a link where you can find it. However, on this video, what you're about to see, unlike the radio version, this video is an extended and more elaborate version for you to watch, which also includes subtitles on in order to reach both Spanish and English-speaking audience. For those of you who never heard about Paolo or his band yet, we will start off giving you some information such as brief history regarding the band and some background information about Paolo. Then we will jump into the questions. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. Paolo Valerga, also known for his stage name Number Q, is the founder of metal band The Experiment Number Q. According to Metal Archives, the online metal database, the band's musical style is defined as progressive metal. Not an easy job to think which genre suits best for a band that is constantly experimenting.
You are concealing the color of your eyes, but it's the light that leads them to me. Because for us,
they could not honor their name any better, and for this we can appreciate several layers in their fresh sound, ranging from elements of metal to classic rock, industrial, blues, gothic and electro. The band was formed in the city of Turin, in northwest Italy, 2013. Several prominent guest musicians have participated within the project. However, the definite lineup consists of the leading vocals by Kevin Szypkiewski, Oxy Hart, Andrea Palazzo, Mattia Garimano on the drums, Neil Paulson on the bass, and Paolo Valerga in guitars, keyboards and songwriting. Just 1 year later, after several rehearsals and commitment, the band released their first self-titled debut album, The Experiment Number Q. The result? 10 original and exciting audio tracks, starting with a fully instrumental, and leads the listener smoothly into the second one, to the wise and understanding reader. I personally consider this one a great highlight. The vocals blend in perfectly with the speed of the guitars, but it's not just all about the speedy guitars here. The delightful sound of Hammond organ joins in loud and clear, offering a memorable sequence with a classic rock vibe whilst creating an intense atmosphere. Not to mention, the lyrics are already foreshadowing the full concept of the album, which is all about a story that reveals itself within each new song. As far as the vocals, Neil Paulson, who besides playing the bass, participates in the singing and does a phenomenal job in the song Unpainted Leaves, which is a soft ballad with distinguished blues influence and less distortion as opposed to other songs. Ending the album, we can find the only song that is not written in English, but instead in the Italian language, sung by guest musician Fabio Privitera. Overall, the album is a good mix between soft and heavy songs, and a great concept as debut album, brimming with the band's fresh and original sound. In 2016, the band showed evident signs of serious growth within their sound, keeping the classic rock at their core, as much as experimenting and combining a wide variety of musical influences, whilst bringing out a darker side with their new material, known as Right After the Experiment.
Don't let it kill the number Q. This is the launching protocol to enter the machine. I'm the Q device. Respect the new life.
Early on, this album gives me the chills, but in a good way. Where the previous album was timidly starting to lay the basics for creating the band's mysterious ambience, this new album brings a more thrilling experience with stronger sounds and more epic results. Do Not Let Me Kill Number Q, as first song, is a perfect example for that, where haunting guitar riffs have Arabic-sounding musical influences and work great to set the mood. The narrative becomes more developed within this album, especially in the song The Human Machine, showing a stunning performance from Kevin teaming up vocals with Oxy Hart, who also has her own starring role in the song The Girl from the Dream. However, the one I found most iconic of all within this album would be Welcome to the Garden, with a great sense of rhythm and a solid bass in combination with chorus and lots of poetry, the perfect ingredients to shine. Seen as a whole, the album is more mature than its preceding work and shows a huge step forward for the band, certainly more dynamic, crystallizing the essence and proving that the magic has not left. Indeed, inspiration continues on for Paolo, and a new chapter is revealed. By the year of 2019, a third album was released with the title The Black Wounds of the Experiment, Number Q.
To cross the river of this paradox, why destroy the temple and I shook the rock.
From the start, the recurring dark theme is intensified in the song When the Sky Bursts Inward by multi-instrumentalist Snowy Shaw and his unmistakable voice.
I am falling down.
Possibly the one that works remarkably well as a hit song, A Puppet in Your Hands, with the proper amount of heavy distortion in a crude voice, narrating a story where it is not too clear who is the puppet and who is the one pulling the strings. Fast, catchy and interesting, you will want to play this song again and again. The song Loser is another highlight from the album. Not that I feel so connected with the name, but I get drawn to it almost instantly by the vocals of Kevin, who sings with so much purpose in the refrain structure and it works so great in every way. Just do not judge a song by its title. The band's third album is a beautiful addition and complements the other two albums very well, both in terms of production quality and lyrics writing. I personally appreciate that they pay close attention to the lyrical aspects. This gives a chance for the voices of Kevin and all other musicians to play different roles and characters, bringing a further layer of storytelling qualities to the music. As a viewer, what I find most mind-blowing is A Puppet in Your Hands music video.
I'm a puppet in your hands.
Shockingly entertaining, made entirely with original puppets in what seems an amusing parody about the band playing in the studio. Definitely one of my favorite videos from them. Steampunk theatrical concepts, gothic costumes, CGI animated videos, and puppetry. All this clearly shows that the band means for experimentation apply in the visual form as well. It is simply original and it shows that when it comes to experimentation, there is no such thing as a limit.
Puppet in your hands. It's just a toxic darkness that can dismember my freedom.
Up to now, the band has released 3 full albums by music label Anima Recordings. Several prominent musicians from the metal scene have participated in the journey of Paolo Valerga and his ambitious project, which is defined by conceptual works and paying close attention to the poetry in each song. But who is Paolo Valerga? There are still some questions left, I know. What are the lyrics trying to tell us? And what are some of his inspirations? What is all this darkness about anyways? In order to answer this, we will have to hear it from the artist himself. Join me on the next part, where we will cover the full interview. Thank you so much for watching. Stay true, be singing.